We got a 1, a 2, and a 3, and a crippled metal mic. Hey now! Oh, my hernia freaking hurts. I've got a slight one. And my back is killing me. What just happened? Okay, so the weather outside is like -8. The last I checked right now, wind chill, whatever the hell, -20. We got a single driveway, right? My car is in the back, and my cupcake, my Amy, my girlfriend, her car is in front of mine. And so her car didn't start this morning, so I thought, well shit, I'll just go down there and push it out of the fucking way. There's ice everywhere, so I couldn't get any footing. I ended up burning all my energy, and I've got a horrible back. And basically, it can go at any fucking time. Has it gone yet? I'm not going to know the repercussions until like tomorrow and the next day, basically. It feels like shit right now. My body is drained. I use all my physical strength trying to rock this fucking car. Mind you, it's a Mazda 5. Back in the day, I would push an F-150 Camper Special 350, F-350 at the trailer park when I lived there. I had to push vehicles like that, big ones, all the time around. So I'm looking out the window at this Mazda 5. I'm like, oh, I'm going to whip this fucker out. I'm like, watch this. I'm bragging about it, mind you, right? I'll go out there and pound it. I get out there, and I didn't realize that there's a little dip at the end of our driveway because I haven't had to push a vehicle here very often. I've been blessed enough now with the new vehicles. Oh my God. So what pisses me off is I know all my neighbors can fucking see me. No one comes out to lend a hand. Nobody. That really fucking tells you a lot about people. You know, people nowadays, the majority, thank God the majority of good, let's get this straight, outweigh the guys that won't help like that. Now, if I see that situation, I'm fucking bolting out there and helping the neighbor. But I know they can see me. So I struggled 15 minutes trying to push that fucking car. Then I get the girlfriend out there. We both try to push it, but the problem is because of the ice, there's no fucking footing. So I can't really even dig in. And every second my energy is being depleted. Luckily, a guy's walking his dog. He stops. He fucking helps us, and we get it out. It's out of the way. But right now, I'm just fucking burnt. Wah! It hurts though, man. It hurts to not have that fucking inner core extra oomph that you had in your youth. And that's something we all rely on, that inner strength. I've got it, but where's this video going? Well, basically it's just a rant. I'm telling you that my car was stuck, had to push it out, and now I'm complaining. But now we're going to turn it around into the reality of keeping yourself in shape. Now, right now, I'm still a beast. But there's no way in hell I am what I was even 5 years ago, no matter how strong and brutal I am today. And this is the importance of still getting out there and working hard. You don't want to become soft, because then you're that hidden core, that extra burst that we all have, you know, in those situations when we can call on it, it's not there because we're not used to pushing our body like that every day. And as up on it as I am not, definitely nowhere near the beast I was a few years back. And though I can still pound it out and work, you know, lifting and carrying things are a lot different than like pushing a car, blah, blah, blah. But that's why I always just keep working hard, keep pushing yourself. Try to keep yourself fit. Try to do the most shitty jobs first. I tell you, you know, like I said, if you're cleaning out an estate, get the worst part of it done, the most unglorifying, hardest part of it done first. Save the glory for last. And that's it. Right now, I'm going to turn on this turntable. Am I going to list anything on eBay today? Fuck, I was motivated to. But now, man, I'm depleted. And you know, and I've got a couple hours yet until the kids get home. I've got a couple packages I want to mail out. I want to mail back that Iron Cross. And I got a buddy I'm putting a package together for as a Christmas gift. I got to get him some Minnesota Vite Queen stuff out, so we're going to do that. But in the meantime, you know, the only thing, the salvation right now is the metal, and my fingers are crossed that my back isn't out. Casey, got your message, man. Brutal, dude. All my angels, my soul, everything's with you for that long 200-mile trip you said you got. It's with you, brother. You're going to get back safe. Your other 2 trucks are down. You got to pull that old truck out and fire it up. Isn't that something? I've been there. I've had that situation where I've went from having a real good, reliable vehicle, and sometimes I had 3 vehicles back at the trailer park. Go way back into my videos and you can see the tail end of my life in the trailer park. It's kind of exciting because that's when I shot these videos originally. That was like 2009. So we're already talking fucking 8 years ago going on. But Casey, getting back to you, yeah, so I get it. It would go from like having a reliable vehicle and having 3 vehicles to relying on the worst of the worst. I remember I bought this one Chevy truck for $200 at one point in my life. And shit, you had to start it with a key. It didn't have heat, which if you can imagine in Minnesota is satanic. I used to have to wait for the school bus with my daughter in it. And boy, that fucker it had bald tires and it was the rickiest old thing. But man, in a way I miss it. It was so fucking ugly. And I miss having that old vehicle. And even like with these new cars, typically I could just throw jumper cables on and jump the Mazda. But here's the deal. The Transit, the way they make these vehicles, everything is made so we can't fix this shit ourselves anymore. Of course, if you're a motorhead, you know how to fix everything, but I'm not. But the old school, at least I had a try and shot. There was some things I could try, like a simple jump, no fucking problem. Pop the hood on the old Ford, the steel hood would pop up. There's the fucking battery with 2 big posts right there, hook it up to anything. Boom, we're jumping it, or we're charging it. The Transit, the new one I got, you pop the hood, you can't even find the fucking battery. It's behind a plastic case. There's no posts on it. It's this big. The posts are tiny little screws. You can't even get a fucking jumper cable on it. And then if I pop the Mazda, I can't even find her battery. Same situation. And this is where the car companies are really fucking assholes and piss me off, because when you pop the hood, it should be as fucking simple as possible. And what they're doing is they're stripping away those little things. You know, instead of me being able to jump her, which I'm sure there's a way to do it, but it is not like it used to be with just putting them on the big old posts and firing them up. Now I gotta find it, and my battery is all, I gotta take a plastic cover off. It's backing down. And they make it this way so you got to call their tow company, you got to do this, you got to use their service. They want to take everything out of our hands instead of being able to do it ourselves. And these vehicles are designed. Another thing, I'm thinking, well, I'll just push it out with the Transit. I'll put a big rubber yoga mat that my girlfriend's got in her car between the cars. So I'm walking over to my Transit, I'm like, I just need to find a nice solid part of the bumper, you know, somewhere where I'm pushing along it. It's all shit. If I would have tried to push that thing with my car, it would have cracked and destroyed my car and hers in 1 second. Oh, do I miss all steel, chrome bumper, just none of that bullshit. And if it did scrape or scratch, who gave it? You knew it wasn't going to break anything unless you were a fool and you lined up your headlights or something. There was a way to do it. Ah, it's a rant, it's a rave. This metal mic with a sore back and a little bit of pain right here with a hernia might get worse. We hope not. There's no bump coming out, so that's a positive. Ugh, I need some metal. That's going to be the decision right now. What metal is going to pull me up out of this? I'm thinking Scream, Bloody Gore by Death. I need some Chalice of Blood or something, maybe from Forbidden. Is that who fucking sings that song? And if you're old school metal, you're going to be able to answer these questions. Maybe I'll even play Mercy. The very first Mercy, and for those who are into metal and don't know it, Mercy's singer, what's his fucking name? Whatever his name is, Malcolm something. He went on and sang in Candlemass, which I just discovered like 1.5 years ago. Now mind you, when Mercy came out in 1984, I had that album and played it all the time. It was okay. It's a little bit of Merciful Fate with kind of a weird vocalist. But then I loved Candlemass that came out a few years later. Like I think it came out 87, 88, maybe 89, tail end. Or it would have been 87, 88 I think is when I was listening to that. And the vocal pattern had changed for him. He's a lot more operatic and just brutal. But yeah, never knew that connection. I never knew that the singer from Mercy ended up forming Candlemass or whatever the case. 2 great albums. Mercy, a little off the beaten path for you, but if you like the old school like Merciful Fate and you love that old kind of simple heaviness, that's where you want to find it. So that's what I'm going to go do. I'm playing Mercy. I'm going to pull it out, slam it. Candlemass, a little bit doomy for me, a little bit slow and wah depressing, but I might pound it. What does pound it mean? These are terms that I used to use when I was 16 and 17. Pound it means you put the stereo as loud as it fucking went. The whole objective was to have 6 to 8 speakers, and you would sit in the center with your friends and consume all kinds of crazy shit in the 1980s. And play it so fucking loud, no one could talk. You wanted their ears to hurt. And the best was just leaving the record play. Because, you know, you would put it on 10, and so there'd be one gap of 10 seconds, or a second or two between songs. But these people would be destroyed. They would walk out of there like zombies. They feared it. I remember my buddy telling me a story. He used to play Venom, and he had a system like you wouldn't believe. He had the Kenwood amp, the big Kenwood receiver, 6 speakers, and a center of a room in his fucking system. Rocked. And remember, this is turntable shit. This is old school. And it fucking rocked. And he would invite kids over after school, and there was no mercy. That shit stayed on 10, 11, 12, and it never went down. There was no talking. You were assaulted and brutalized. You were slammed. You were destroyed by the metal. But he said to one of the kids had been there one time prior, and at the time the shit that you would play to destroy fuckers was Venom. Venom would destroy eardrums. People hated it. It scared the fuck out of them. It was satanic. And he said to this kid that came over, and the kid's like, what are you going to put on? And Bob he says, I'm going to put on Venom. And of course I can't tell the story perfect, but I remember Bob imitating the guy's reaction. He looked at me and he goes, no, not Venom. Because it was such an assault. The first Venom. I'm 12. That whole album, Live Like an Angel, Die Like a Devil, I'm gonna burn in hell, it's all I wanna be. Live like an angel, burn like a devil, burn in hell, that's what I wanna be. 1,000 days in Sodom. 1,000 years. 1,000 days. I'm gonna live in hell. That shit was brutal. Poisoned. Making love to the devil's daughter. Poisoned. That dirty little bitch has got me poisoned. That shit will blow your fucking head off. Play that on 12. Now I think I'm changing from Mercy to Venom. And enough rambling and ranting. I feel better now. Because even though no one's here, and this is sad, I'm taping, I know that someone's going to see it. So it's kind of like fun. It's almost like seeing someone and having some company talking on this fucking thing to you guys. The few of you that like it. That's it. This has nothing to do with antiques junk. This was a rant. This was heavy metal. This was all that shit in real life. My back hurts. My belly hurts. I'm getting fucking old. Stay on your game. So this tells me one thing. I gotta fucking pull the weights out. But that's another thing. Look, I don't ever shut up, right? I didn't cover my mouth when I coughed either. Pitiful. But I was actually trying to clear my throat because I had an itchy scratch. Now here's the deal. I want to work out, you know, that's how I always used to do curls. I'd fucking do sets of 40. And it always kept me beefed up right here, you know, that's where you want your fucking strength. And then in your core, obviously. But I've got fucking all kinds of torn issues in through my arms, so I can't really curl anymore, so it fucking kills me. I can only do one arm. My left is probably my strongest arm at the moment. But that's the thing with old age, young guys. It gets fucking ridiculous. My girlfriend's going through it right now. She's in her early 40s, so she's like, oh, my back, oh, my leg, oh, my ankle, oh, my knee, and I just laugh. And she's like, well, what's so fucking funny? I'm like, because that's basically what happens at this point. It's one thing after the other. They basically rotate. Your hand will be bothering you, your knee will go out, your hip, it's always something. That's the reality. So, guys that are fucking strong, take care of yourselves, man. Don't push yourselves too hard. Take a breath. Fucking slow yourself down. I know you want to be that beast. Talked about this before because I've been in that mindset. I've been there. I've lived it. Like I said, I'd have a dresser. My stepfather, who is, rest in peace, Gilbert Marty, passed away. He would laugh. He'd go, fucking slow down. You're hurting yourself. You guys have heard me tell this story before, right? I'm going to tell it again. And I'd laugh. I'd be like, fuck that. I'm leaving everything on the table. Because the last thing I wanted to do was be on my fucking deathbed wishing that I'd worked harder. But, big word. Stop the fucking train. What's that saying that Ronnie Munn does from Howard Stern? Stop the clock. That's what we're talking about. You have to fucking slow down because I know some young guys right now and they're demons. They're out there working fucking all day long. Try to take a fucking break. Take it easy on yourself. Don't put it all upon yourself. If you can get help from outside people, use it and slow yourself down because remember, it's a long fucking trip, right? I'm fucking 49 years old. I literally feel at this point, physically, I guess I'm about right, but I mean, shit, I mean, I feel like I've lived 100 years already. I mean, I feel like I've had all these chapters in my life, which we all have, right? We do have chapters in our lives, but literally, it's like a lifetime ago. You think back and you're like, God, who was that person? That was me. That was my life I lived, that chunk. You forget about it. That shit adds up, brother. Just keep banging, keep fucking swinging. Keep swinging. Cry if you got to, because crying's good for the soul. Let me fucking tell you, be humbled. Be fucking humbled. Life ain't no joke. Save it up and keep fighting. A lot of people say I sometimes can motivate good. I hope I can, because that's what I really try to do. Because it's a way for me to, if I can even make someone feel good for a minute, I don't know, it makes me feel good on some level, because it means a lot. So I'm just trying to give from my spirit. And that is, you know, I definitely don't have a perfect life at all, you know, but I keep trying every day. I know each day that I get up, I got a fucking another shot. And to quote Cheryl, rest in peace, a dear friend from my past that passed away in 2009, suicide. I have a plaque from her that I keep, and I hang it in the other room. And it says, some absurdities might have occurred in this day, but let it go, and tomorrow is a new day. And so that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Fucking hang in there, man. Really. And so when I look at that plaque, I tell you, it's hard, right? We all know, and you see my pain right now. That's from living. When I think of her and she's gone, it tears me apart. And but when I see that plaque, I know that tomorrow I got another chance. And that's what I'm gearing this back towards for you guys. Is each day, it doesn't matter what happened. It doesn't matter how bad we failed, how bad we fucked up. If you are conscious and mentally strong, well, not mentally strong, but if you are able to recognize your mistake, you can learn from it. You can overcome it. You really can. And we all struggle. I fight my demons every fucking day. And that's why I say to you that you can do the same. And it's overwhelming, it's draining, it fucking sucks the life out of you, but you can. Because those golden moments in our life when we laugh and we have fun, or we're doing what we really love, listening to heavy metal, or out finding junk, antiques, you know, that's what it's all about. That's what life is. It's a blessing. So bless all of you on this day. I hope that you guys have a great fucking day. Me, I'm going to play some metal. And if I seem sad at points, it's because, you know, there's that great saying that I'm sure everyone has heard that I learned a few years ago. Dying is not the scary part in life. And I'm probably quoting this wrong. It's the little pieces that die along the way. You never get over your pain. Never. But all you can do is learn to manage it. That's all you can do. Your pain will never go away. It's always here. But it also humbles you and makes you stronger. That pain can inspire you to keep going. Whenever I feel that I can't work any harder, I think of those people that are past and that they don't have that opportunity. They're 6 feet, man. 6 fucking feet in the frozen ground right now. And they don't have that opportunity. And we do. So fucking push it for them if you've got to draw on that. Think of those people. Think of yourself. Just keep banging, right? So that's what the message is. This big rant, this complaining, this laughing, this joking, this crying. Keep banging, keep fighting, shed the tears, put the fists up, ring the fucking bell. Let's bring it again, right? That's what I'm talking about. Bringing it around. See how I turn that pain into the reality of what I need it to be? I need to fight, and I'm fucking ready. And that is not an angry fight. That's a fight to appreciate life. See, I'm searching for words. Remember, I never graduated from high school. Isn't that very obvious? Have a great day, everyone. Metal Mike, and a very subdued, hey now, keep fucking fighting, thumbs up. That's what I say to my son every day for his whole life. Thumbs up, young man. And I do it to all my kids. So now, for you guys, thumbs up. It's not as cool and rad as Hey Now, and no, it's not going to take over from Hey Now, but thumbs up. Have a good day, brothers and sisters.